My Gavanen Melonin. And well met indeed. I'm Araki Galadurthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. And welcome back to the same as we continue on as canned in a considerably more successful campaign than the Agma one. And what we are waiting for at the moment, as you may recall, is that the Khazad-dum Last Stand script has spawned. We do not know where, and we do not know what it will consist of, how large it will be, but all we know is it is out there somewhere, and we are now against the clock. We need to either defeat them quickly enough to make it so that we don't have to fight this monumental force that's about to come through, or we need to find it and defeat it, the latter being far less likely. What I am going to hope to do is basically rush them out of the game. So, I'm going to attack Imladkanen, even though it's only got one turn left, and we'll just win that, and then get our army over to Tirathrai as soon as we can. And I'm going to pull our forces out of Finabel and try and get Tal al-Jaf quickly. So we shall leave behind, well, this we're going to take the, well, we shouldn't really, because there's nothing left of them. I don't know what to leave behind. Do we have any troops coming? Krakmahur, are you supplying anything? Not at the moment. You've got a couple of cavalry units we can chuck to the front. Because you're going to run into that army somewhere. Where are the three generals as well that we had in the south? What did I do with them? Oh, they went north, didn't they? And one of them died. Right, so yes, Finabel is going to send an army out to take Tal al-Jaf. It doesn't need to be very big. And let's not forget the Ardenayim, who will then attack us at Tal al-Jaf. They don't get any cavalry, so we don't particularly need the Blacklock engineers or anything that will lay stakes. What is the garrison over there like, do we think? We just don't know, do we? Because we could send just the cavalry, but... Right, we'll leave behind the dwarves, those lesser units that don't have much. Unit of archers. I think that should be enough.
Yes.
Orosha, can you contribute? Oh, no, you've got 3 archer units over there. I'll take one of those, please, send the Finabel. Finabel's a bit more important, as you can see, by the near 1,700 gold coin difference in their incomes. Right, in the north, do we need to do anything up there before we attack? No. Can the doors move? No, they're as close as they're going to get. There's an army out there somewhere. Mordor won't abandon Dodici so simply. But for now, I really didn't want to have to do this, but let's assault them here. I'll tell you what we'll do, because we do overwhelmingly beat them in this battle. We'll trust the auto-resolve, and if it absolutely annihilates us, we'll fight it ourselves. Ah, no, 19. Yeah, we'll take that. Perfect, thank you very much. Let's sack it, get a bit of money. Ah, there they are. Christ. Oh dear, that's a large army, isn't it? That is a very large army. We're not overly concerned of the use of Imladkanen. I'm tempted. No. We'll leave the buildings this time. We're not desperate for their monies or anything. It likes us an awful lot more than I was expecting. Oh, it's because we've got a giant garrison, isn't it? Yes, it is. In fact, 9% of the people that live here are our own. Right, so we will just abandon it back to Mordor. That's not a problem.
At once. Tomorrow's journey awaits.
We need these 2 towns, and we need them sharpish. Do we have a diplomat, actually? We could always,
Yes, my master.
we could always try and sell it back to Mordor, and just make a bit of money if they're going to get it anyway. But then I wonder if they'll then break out after that. Like, will Uvatha the Cursed, with his large army there, if they were to take Imladkanen, will he bugger off back north, or will he then try and take one of our surrounding provinces? We just do not know, sadly. But... how much money do we make? No, we're just... No. We won't sell it back. I do not think. Allow me just to remind people that the current sort of... what word am I after? The current arrangement of videos within a sort of week period are now 3 Divide and Conquer videos of one single campaign and then a Skyrim video. And then in the next week, there will then be 3 Divide and Conquer videos of the alternative campaign and another Skyrim video. And then once a month, one of the Divide and Conquer videos will be replaced with the lore cast. The goblin hordes are enraged. Our foes think they can step foot in our capital. Our foes believes they have ridden us of these mountains. Our foes dares to assume they can lay claim to it. A couple of plurals there. Our home, our goblin town, our revenge. Call forth the hordes of the misty mountains. Call upon the wargs and their riders, and awaken the trolls. We shall lay waste to those whom oppose us. Take back what belongs to us, and upon doing so we will crush those of the Anduin. Surround those hideous elves and rid the world of men. They think we are scattered. We have never been stronger. I do not need any candidates. An Imled Khanan is writing, but we've just lost this. That doesn't matter anyway. Isengard has the ring. We're not interested in that. We built... a mining network in Khazad-dum. Thank you. I'm not sure what that retraining's for. Won't worry about that at the moment.
Orders. As you will.
They're almost there. How long will that actually hold for? Only 2 more turns. The Mordor force in the south, though, seems to have disappeared. And they aren't hiding in the trees, that's for true. Any sign of it? There it is! Yes!
Your corpse will be thrown.
Oh, bugger. We don't have any siege, do we?
Your corpse will be thrown to the
No,
dogs.
no, 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 no.
Your noble one. We will
Bugger.
engage them honorably. We shall endure outside their walls. An honor to
If
serve.
we attack Tal Al-Jaf, they will attack us. That is what will happen. And we can't
How
hold
may I
that.
serve? We march.
No, pull back. Abandon the plan. If you can retrain anything. No, it's all just like normal troop retraining, isn't it? Have we got, No. Oh, had armories been made yet? No, I'm sure they had. Let's have a look. Where's the building browser? Garrison quarters. Armory, there it is. It looks like that. Oh, 5 turns, we'll never get that in time. Damn and blast. And what are we retraining these for? I just don't actually know. Do we have a better blacksmith here than we had before? In any event, before we end the turn, we must remember to then go and replenish them. And see what exactly we're replenishing about them, but we'll do that. But we should really go for some money now that we've got a shed load of it. Oh, look, you're a huge region. We could really do with roads and you, so let's get that. Need to keep a bit of money back to retrain these units for whatever purpose. Our forces must be as prepared as they can for when this Haradrim army attacks us, which it absolutely will. I wonder, though, it might go for Ancarigmere. But goodness gracious, it's going to be a fight. But hopefully, with Palando leading the garrison, it won't see success at the walls of Finabel. It's interesting where it spawned, actually. If you were playing... Because, of course, the spawn is the same place no matter what. And if you were playing as the Ard Ardenaim, and you conquered most of Harad from the west, and let's say, for example, you'd taken Tal Al-Jaf first, then the large last stand spawn of Harad would spawn in your lands, which would be a challenge. Whereas this time, it's rather nicely spawned in their last province, which has worked out quite well. But, there's Lord Gimmelzor.
First, I will take your
The actual
lands,
factionaire, he's
lives.
survived. But then they haven't really been doing much, have they? A little minor war with Dol Amroth doesn't constitute all-out fighting, really, does it? Oh, I just ended the turn and didn't retrain them, didn't I? You absolute moron. It's alright, we've got one more turn, and they retrain instantly, so we'll be alright.
An honor to serve.
How much money do we make now? Only 1,000. But the other things are all building.
Orders.
He's shifting that cavalry across. Do keep sending it, because if you can get it there,
The sun sets
we can
on
replace
today's
some
journey.
units with it.
How may I serve?
Right, we're going to end the turn again, but before we do that, retrain the ground forces, actually, not the cavalry. Yep, it is just that normal retraining. Oh, we could have had 6 of them retrained, and instead we've got none, because I'm an idiot. An outright idiot. In a latest change, an addition to our mod, Liam Taylor, who has very kindly done some of the wider voice acting for some more factions. He has now voiced Dol Amroth and given them some excellent lines, including my particular favourites are Kaira Ralph, which is
Despite
the...
your honorless antics, we would speak with you this day.
No way, friends. I'll tell you what, actually. I'll do it, yeah. We can have trade rights. Let's swap some map information. But you have to give me Tirith Ride. What do you say to that?
Even a beggar this bodes poorly for our future.
They don't want it. They do not want to... They don't think they can actually beat us. Oh, the Anduin falter. Disappointing in the north. Why am I saying disappointing? No, we sided with the Blue Wizards. We're good, aren't we? That is disappointing. How have we just made nearly 100,000 gold coins? No, sorry, 10,000. Where has that just come from? Oh, Amenitha looks like it might be attacked. But anyway, so Don Amroth have got new voice quotes, which you'll hear in whichever developer diary comes next. And as I say, Khazad-dum features among the phrases, which I'm very pleased with. And also the Tirith IR makes a mention amongst the voice quotes, which is good. Let's try and get an armory in there. May as well. If you, with the money, you might as well. Let's get the road network. Keep it going. Because Kruk Mahur is still very much our chief recruitment centre. And has excellent options, but we just don't have enough space or anything. And we can also get a Hall of the Brotherhood now, which would give us Warlords, Cataphract Archers and Cataphracts. Are they the ones that are not yet currently available? Yes. Khand actually has a gigantic roster. I didn't realise how big it is. How has that slipped through? No, get the farming rather than the blacksmith. You're not a recruitment hub. And we should really be doing these economy buildings should be at the back, where it's safest. See that now we're down to the lower amounts. Do just chuck a couple of blacksmiths around. They do give a little bit of gold. I mean, 60 gold coins isn't actually that bad. It's only 15 turns or so until it actually has paid for itself. Well, 19 turns including the building, which someone reminded me in the last episode when I was mentioning how many turns the mines would take until they bloody hell, until they gave back their money. Ah, curses. We don't really want to remove the dwarves, but yes, we do, because they'll only die.
My lord, my king.
Whereas if we send them home, we can retrain them, can't we?
Aye.
And what is that small, meagre army actually going to do? Whereas these two can lay stakes, but dude, just send them all back. Send them all back. Get the dwarves home. Get them retrained before they die. But yes, in the Angmar episode, I forgot to factor in the amount of turns the mines would take, and so it was actually double what I had suggested, which is disappointing. But it doesn't matter too much. I'm not sure how the Angmar campaign will go, to be honest. If Bree really do give us their all, I'm not actually sure we can hold back Bree and the dwarves in together. But if our army that's moving south and then west to take Camath Bryn and then into Bree from the east, if that army meets with success along the way, I think it could well spell the end for Bree. But the dwarves will keep coming.
Orders. We march.
Right, out you go, friends. Back to Amukhand. See, now we're not making it. Where did that money? Did someone give us a gift and I didn't notice or something? Like, communal farming. Dark Lord Mordor doesn't like us, and the dwarves of the sorry, was that an alliance announced? Did I just read that properly? I didn't really even pay attention to that. The dwarves of Ered Luin have allied with the Khazad-dum. What? What madness is this? And then Khatan hasn't bothered to do anything. I'm sure he could probably nip over and take Finabel in a heartbeat. So I don't know why he doesn't just do that. No, we don't actually have any money. What's attacking us there? Oh, we don't know. Oh, and Mordor are coming for us. Oh, I didn't bother doing anything in the north.
How may I serve?
Because Dwarf War is on his way, and he's got quite a nice little army there. But we've got a huge cavalry force, and once again, we don't want to get caught in the city.
Our enemies will suffer.
But that's actually a really sizable and quite elite garrison. What is the retraining coming from? Ah, the Nomads Guild. Melee weapon bonus. Yeah. Now that one would retrain whenever you queue them up. That one doesn't matter, so... queue them up whenever you like. They'll retrain properly. It's only experience that's bugged. I don't know why, but armor and melee weapon bonuses work as intended. You can queue them whenever. They'll work whenever. The Tirith Ride army. 2 turns. Yeah, no, we'll wait that out. And then you're going to have to come back and mop up Mordor because they're going to take Port Arkish, I think. But we can't afford to move the garrison out of Finabel lest Harad gains some more momentum, and we need to keep the garrison in Amunithal because the Ardenayim are coming in en masse now. Our enemy changes. No longer are we facing weak tribes with some cavalry. Dwar's army's actually not that great, is it?
Yes.
I'm thinking...
By your will.
Let's do that. Let's get him to try and attack us, and if not, to siege the town, and then we can attack him. I just don't want to have to attack him unless I absolutely have to. Oh, there's enemies everywhere. I started this episode by saying this campaign's going considerably better, and we're doing very well. And then here we are now, actually, besieged by a new enemy who's sent in great numbers. Mordor have arrived in the south, which we weren't expecting. And they're unfortunately still throwing troops towards Dotachi.
The enemy surrounds our walls.
But no, as expected, they've sieged the town. So we must attack back. In regards to the Stellaris comment and discussion I mentioned in the last episode for Angmar, I'm still very much on the fence about it. So what I might do is create a sort of prologue video. And now this is all very much a might, but I think I probably will. And the purpose of that would be to give you a taste of what the videos would actually be like. Not the live streaming, of course, because that's just the game. You can just go and type in Stellaris gameplay and see what it looks like from any channel. But for the other video, the sort of roundup ones that are more like a narrative, I'd probably do like a prologue style video, which would explain the reasons that bring us to the start of the campaign and give you information about the race thing you're going to play as, and to get an idea of what the video itself would be like. And then if that is met with a resounding success, then we can go forth with live streaming. And I suppose the live streaming doesn't necessarily need to be at a certain point, because you can always upload the streams, obviously, as videos thereafter. And that is what I would do.
Our enemies will suffer.
Right, we will just hit them.
Your enemies shall.
Oh no, they've got trolls. They've got halberds. It's an Uruk. It's a very good army, actually. But let's remember that he is no longer a horse unit. So I think I will do a sort of prologue video. We've got here in the UK, we've got a bank holiday next week, actually, and provided it gives us an extra day at the weekend for those that don't work in retail. And I might look to do it then. Although I should also do the law video then, actually, to ensure that that's ready for the first Sunday of the next month, which is whenever that is. A week on Sunday, actually, isn't it? Right, we did attack them, so they've got a bit of an advantage. And they're going to probably go on that hill up there, I think. So, we want to try and run directly at them. Ugh, this is going to be difficult. Right, no one in defensive mode. And for the moment, don't be in skirmish mode either. Oh, yes, you morons. You absolute morons. You have not taken the hill. Which means I can, because my cavalry is faster than you. Right, they are going to move to the hill, so... You guys, now, feel free to fire at will, and do run away if they get too near to you. Light cavalry! Light cavalry! You guys run to there. And where is our reinforcing army coming in? Directly behind us, bugger. Because the dwarves are actually going to make a bit of a difference here. These are quite good ground forces. Oh, if they're actually going to be able to get in. No, I think they should walk down there. That should be fine. What have we got there? Uruks. No, I could really do with those trolls taking the hit, to be honest. Don't just shoot the nearest thing. Shoot those trolls. They're in the middle as well, so your arrows will hit some of the enemy. They're walking really slowly, like they don't want to climb the hills. So. There's some of the stray arrows are hitting the people behind. That's good. What have we got there? Temple wards. Oh, that's him. That is him. Go on, get a nice charge in the side of them there. Right, you fellows, move around on that flank. Cavalry, remember to run away if they get too close. You there, come and hit those Uruks. Why aren't you sprinting at them? I need you guys quickly, come on. Get involved. I was hoping we might get him. How many trolls still stand? Only 4! Oh, you masterful geniuses. Excellent archery tactics. Right, all 3 of you. Let's just really hit for DaC. Run you up there. Let's group you up. Put you in shift 1. Run you again. Just fire at whatever you like now, really. Because the trolls are basically out of this. Keep moving the cavalry forward. See, they're all in the middle down there. There's the halberds at the base of the hill. Ah, they are changing up for the melee cav now. Pull yourselves back a bit. They are still sprinting for our archers. And our general's bodyguard and Khan, they're just letting them run near them. No, they seem to be avoiding them at the moment, actually. Right, you there. Hit those Uruks. You also hit those Uruks. Right, the 3 of you that we charged in over there, pull out. Temple wards are down to 90, that's pretty good. Our cavalry doesn't seem to be giving it their all at the moment. I don't know if that's just... I don't know why. I need you to do well. There's another sector of Uruks there. In fact, you guys can go for that. Yep, do run. So you've just charged and then done basically nothing. Oh, those Uruks were absolutely wiped out, though. That's good. Well done there, friends. Ah, good. Our infantry army, despite some of the units leaving them behind, have arrived at the front. But Sauron's will and Sauron's units have been just... Oh, they're down to... doing very well. DaC is still not dead, of course, but that's alright. Right, you guys, let's drop you down here and start charging from a different angle. Who's that there? Candish Raiders, they're our own. Sauron's will, someone charge into them, please. You fellows could break away from that and hit those Uruk archers. What have we got over here? 19 Sauron's will. And some of those... Why are the archers running? What? That doesn't make sense. Now they're shooting our own archers. Right, you pull in. I don't think we're actually going to need you. This is going to again be, if everything goes well, an overwhelming victory on our part. Well done indeed. The Temple Wards slowly getting battered away, and because they're now infantry units, they haven't got the momentum. Which way are the halberds facing? The way we don't want them to. Got to try and surround them somehow. Right, if you finish with your arrows, we don't really want to use you in melee. We will use the general, actually. Oh, those Uruk archers are routing. You fellows, don't fire at anything. Who is attacking you? Oh, Sauron's will.
The enemy are badly
General.
bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Get back and help them, because they're going to die to those Sauron's will. Who have we got there? 25 nomad traps. Pull into position. See, there's a large contingent there.
Curse the sun that shines on our disgrace.
Pull you out.
Must turn the wind of battle, or we will taste ashes instead of victory.
Still got a lot of units there. That's good. Right, you can come and hit those archers. You can hit those Uruks. You can probably support the Uruks when they're ready. You go for those Uruk archers. You go for Sauron's will. How did you guys do? Yeah, they wiped them out. Good. Right. They're going to hit Sauron's will. They're going to run to the side. So, when they're out of the way, you're going to charge the will as well. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. There, go, 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 go. Curl them down.
The battle appears to be running in our favor. From good tidings such as these, does victory spring forth.
Yeah, we don't know who's still on their general, though, do we? Oh, look at that. Excellent charge. More Uruk archers down there. Have I got someone over there? Yeah, you guys can come back. Charge them from all angles. Right, hit those Uruk archers from behind. Hit that orc band from behind. You pull out. There's Uruks on the hill there. You can hit them. Don't let the halberds get you because they will just ruin you. Where's that archer unit actually? I want you to come down low enough that you can start shooting them. Oh, there's the temple wards. Surround and hit them. Pull out. Whatever unit is trapped in there is dead. Sauron's will is doing... It's falling. Uruk archers have been hit in the back and they don't like that. What are we on now? 10% plays 77. The only thing really holding them in this is Dwar. Don't get caught in melee. You'll end up dying and that'll be a pain in the neck. Yeah, you can chase them down. Archers, come and shoot these halberds. Who is it actually being fought in amongst all of that? I can't see. I don't think anyone is. I think they just think they've won. Right, let's try and block down Dwar, and then we can use cavalry to charge him. Right, I think we're keeping on top of all the cavalry charging at the moment. Yeah, we've won on the hill, that's fine. So the only thing left now is the halberd force, which our archers will hopefully hit in a second now. And then their general, Dwar of War. Who have we sent against him? Ah, Axeman, excellent. Armor-piercing forces of Khand, with the black and red banners waving in the breeze of Mordor's blackened sky. It's not blackened, is it? It's red. Charge. End this. Archers, are you now firing? Yes. And are they walking directly towards you? Yes, they are. Best of all the worlds. You have free reign. It's the Temple Wars get charged in the back. They don't like that. They did not like that one bit. The roar of the Khandish cavalry echoes through the blackened land. Speaking of blackened land, something someone quite rightly pointed out, and I'm not sure why we've not thought of it before, is, of course, Nirn is a famously fertile region. And whilst we think of Mordor as this horrible, blackened, charred place, that is only true of Gorgoroth. Nirn is, in fact, the breadbasket of Mordor, for whilst the orcs are vile, horrible creatures, they do need to eat. And of course, as everybody who has read around Lord of the Rings, it's one of the most commonly spouted facts I think I've seen by people that know things of Lord of the Rings, is always that Nirn is actually a place filled with slaves and is a fertile and lush land. And we can easily reflect that by simply changing the climate in the files of Nirn. And so I've popped that on the to-do list. So all of Mordor won't be this horrible, blackened, vast expanse of nothingness. And instead there'll be a sort of oasis of green spotting around the sea of Nirn. And that'll be in the next version, I should imagine. Right, it's down now to just the Nazgul himself. So we won't bother watching his actual demise because it will just be him hit over and over and over and over and over and over. But these halberds are getting a nice... Why they've not gone for the archers is beyond me.
The enemy fleet
yes.
a herd of goats. Drive them from the battle.
Go on, get as many more as you can. Now you can cease fire now. What are we on? 96%. We don't really need them, but we'll take them all down. And that ends it.
Great
217 brave warriors and Dwar of War's more elite force. 10 made it out alive. 213 kills going to Nomad Horsemen. Well done, men. But there's quite a few hundreds over there. A few people breaking a sentry. Variag Nobles, Marauders, Khandish Raiders. 2 more Nomad Horsemen and another Nomad Horseman. So our archer's only getting 81, sadly. That is an artist's depiction of the Battle of the Five Armies. No it isn't. That is the Battle for Erebor, or is it called the Battle of Dale, in the Third Age. And the difference, of course, is because there's an Eastling standing just there. And that is the last stand of the forces of Dale and the dwarves. I should imagine this is King Dane, and this is probably... I think he's called Brand. Is it Brand or is it Bane? No, it's Brand, I think, who is the current leader of Dale, and they both die in the defense of Erebor. And that, of course, was Dane fighting over his lifeless body.
The enemy no mercy.
But with that smashing victory, I'm going to end the episode here. So unfortunately, in the next one, we are going to have to fight the real battles. The Tirathide will rise up, and we've got to beat them. Amenaitha will likely be attacked, or we have to rise up. Either way. Same with Orosha. I don't know if it's better if we rise up. We don't know what their army consists of, but the banner's very, very small, suggesting, even though there's 3 troops, we outnumber them. So maybe we should rise up. And of course, we've got Khatan and his large army to deal with. But Tal al-Jaf is about to be Harad's last province after the fall of Tirathide. But also Arkish is going to be attacked, which is under attack everywhere, really. But we have got the Krok-Mahur army, although we don't actually make money anymore, so those troops won't be trained. So you guys are going to have to go west on your own. But for now... Oh, it is a sort of different colour, actually, representing that it is farming. It's like a garden, rather than just being pure black and charred. It's like more lush, but we could make it lusher. We'll discuss it as a team. But for now, that'll be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have, and until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Perimad Melonin, and farewell.